The introduction of business is now in order. If you would like to make a motion, please give a written copy of it to the page at your microphone to bring it to the platform, or better yet, if you'll just email that thing to recording secretary@sbcnet.net. Be sure that your name and the name of your church are attached to your motion. Under the rules, all motions are referred to the Committee on Order of Business. Right now is not the time to debate your motion. Listen, they're not even going to vote on it right now. And so the best thing to do, you'll get an opportunity to speak to your motion when it comes to the convention for a vote. Not to debate them, but just to make your motion.
3A for motion.
Microphone 3A. Would you please state your name, the church from which you're a messenger, and your motion?
Yes. My name is Aaron Wright. I'm a messenger from Grace Family Baptist Church in Houston, Texas. I move that we suspend the rules to bring the resolution on equal protection of the law for preborn children directly to the floor to be voted on during the resolution time. I need a second, and we need a 2/3 vote to bring the resolution to the floor during the resolution's report.
Is there a second? Please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring it to the platform.
We will make sure that's entertained sometime before resolutions.
I tell you, that motion will have to be considered before the resolutions report. We'll make sure that we do that, okay? Now,
3B for motion.
microphone 3B. Do you have a motion?
Yes, my name is John Michael LaRue. I'm a messenger from the First Baptist Church, Miamisburg, and I move that we amend the 2022 mandate to the Abuse Reform Implementation Task Force to remove the 4th category for the Ministry Check website that includes a, quote, independent third party commissioned by a local church or other Baptist body may determine by preponderance of the evidence following an inquiry that a person is credibly accused due to a failure of protecting due process.
Is there a second to the motion? Motion has been moved and seconded. Please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring to the platform.
1A for a motion.
Microphone 1A. Do you have a motion?
Yes. My name is J.D. Strouth, messenger from Northeast Park Baptist Church of Evansville, Indiana. I move that the executive committee or other committee consider clarifying the Baptist Faith and Message, Article 7, Paragraph 2, does not require closed communion.
Is there a second? Please bring a copy of your motion to a page, or you can email it in, right? Either way.
4A for a point of order.
We have a point of order at microphone 4A. Microphone 4, could you state your point of order, please?
Yes, J.R. Haas, Grace Family Baptist Church, Houston, Texas. Point of order is regarding the previous motion. Currently, the resolution that was called to bring forward is not in the committee report. The motion was to ask the messengers if they would like to see that resolution included in the resolution timeframe. So the question is, how can we bring it up during the resolution report if that's not actually a resolution currently as a part of the report?
Okay. Just one. So if I understand you, what you're saying is that the motion previously, if adopted, would require the messengers to consider a resolution for which they do not have the printed text of the resolution. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. And that's why we're bringing it during general business.
So, brother, thank you for pointing that out to us. I will say that every time a resolution is brought out that's not a part of the report, we have a way of letting people read that resolution, the text of it, so that the messengers can hear it for consideration. So the point's not well taken, and
that's not the question.
We will take this up at the beginning of resolution.
And also, we will take this up for consideration, this motion, in time for this to be something that affects the resolution committee's report. Right, at the beginning. So at the beginning of the resolutions report. So at this time, we're just introducing new motions, and then they'll be considered later.
So will there be a time during the Resolutions Committee report to bring a motion to hear a resolution that was not previously reviewed?
Yes, sir. We're promising you that this motion to suspend the rules will be considered before the Resolutions Committee report. Okay.
Now I'm confused.
Microphone 7A. Do you have a motion?
Keith Meyer, a messenger from Harvest Baptist Church of Salisbury, Maryland. Mr. President, I move that the organization manual of the Southern Baptist Convention be amended to add the ministry assignment for the Ethics and Religious Liberty Commission to assist churches and other Southern Baptist entities by promoting awareness of and resourcing the prevention of and response to abuse.
Is there a second? Okay. So it's been properly moved and seconded. Please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring to the platform.
8A for motion.
Microphone 8A.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm Barry Holcomb, pastor and messenger of the Calvary Baptist Church in Belmont, Mississippi, also a former trustee and chairman of the North American Mission Board. So with respect, a great respect to the entities and the trustees, I move that the messengers to the Southern Baptist Convention meeting in New Orleans, Louisiana, on June 13 and 14, 2023, recommend that the Executive Committee of the Southern Baptist Convention consider adjusting its policies and practices regarding the selection of presidential executive leaders, and that the Executive Committee consider making the following recommendation to each entity of the Southern Baptist Convention. And here's the brief language. In the process of selecting presidential executive leadership of the Executive Committee and of the respective entities of the Southern Baptist Convention, no sitting trustee of the Executive Committee or the respective entities of the Southern Baptist Convention may be eligible for nomination to the office of president, and that former trustees may not be nominated for that office for 6 months following the end of their tenure as trustees. Thank you.
Is there a second? Been moved and seconded. Please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring to the platform.
Microphone 7B for motion.
Microphone 7B. Please state your name, the church from which you're a messenger, and your motion.
My name is Tim Overton. I'm a messenger from Kingston Avenue Baptist Church. I move that a request be made of the Executive Committee to facilitate trustee training for all SBC trustees shortly before their installation at the annual meeting.
Is there a second? Thank you. Please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring it to the platform.
7C for motion.
Microphone 7 again, 7C. Please state your name, your church, and your motion.
Hi, my name is Samuel Gillum, a messenger from Woodlawn Baptist Church of Baton Rouge. And I move that the Executive Committee, by way of Baptist Press, work to immediately release security footage from the 2021 Southern Baptist Annual Convention in Nashville, Tennessee, which shows the interaction between a then presidential candidate, a certain pastor from Emmanuel Baptist Church in Blackshear, Georgia, and a certain sexual abuse survivor by 12 noon today, June 13th, 2023, so that the messengers of this convention may be fully informed regarding the veracity of the slanderous accusations widely spread about that pastor the night before that year's presidential election, before our presidential vote today, wherein he will be nominated for the role of president of this convention.
There you go. I'm quick, but y'all are quicker on the second. So please give a copy of your motion to a page.
I've already
to bring it to the
uploaded.
platform. Oh, great, awesome. Man, that's great when you do that. Everybody should do that.
2A for motion.
Microphone 2A. Please state your name, your church, and your motion.
Yes, my name is Rhett Burns, pastor or messenger from First Baptist Church, Travelers Rest in Travelers Rest, South Carolina. And I move that the business and financial plan be amended as follows. Financial reports, paragraph 3 be added to state, in addition to the foregoing, within 6 months of the close of each financial year, each entity will publish information in the same detail, scope, and quality as would be required to be disclosed to the public in the informational Return of Organization Exempt from Income Tax, or Form 990, and all applicable schedules and attachments thereto, as if the entity were required to file such a return. An officer of the entity must attest that the information is true, accurate, and complete to the best of its knowledge. Unless otherwise provided, the entity will use the definitions applicable by law as if the entity were required to file the return. This does not require any entity to file a 990 with the IRS or to disclose information that is not normally available to the public, such as Schedule B. Thank you.
Is there a second? Man, I hope you typed that all out. But if you would, forward that with a page up to the platform.
5A for a motion?
Microphone 5A.
My name is Ben Bowden, pastor and messenger from First Baptist Church, Enterprise, Alabama. I make a motion that the executive committee study whether any staff member of the EC should serve in the role of treasurer of the executive committee and the convention for the sake of accountability, including the president and CEO of the EC, who currently serves in that role, as stated in Bylaw 18D and EC Bylaw Article 4, and that the EC make any needed recommendations to next year's convention.
Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded. Please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring to the platform.
Microphone 6A.
Microphone 6A. Your name, church, and your motion.
Yeah, my name is Dusty Devers, and I am a messenger from Grace Community Church of Elgin, Oklahoma. I move that we ask the Credentials Committee to investigate any churches involved in pro-LGBTQ+ ministries, such as Embracing the Journey, gaychurch.org, Q Christian Fellowship, and the Renovus, which churches would, according to Constitution Article 3:1:1, quote, act to affirm, approve, or endorse homosexual behavior because they would be identified as, quote, not in friendly cooperation with the convention, as in the case of the now gay-affirming Saddleback Church.
Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded. Please bring a copy of your motion to a page, or give it to a page to bring to the platform.
3A for a motion?
Microphone 3A. Would you state your name, your church, and your motion?
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Jared Cornutt, a messenger from North Shelby Baptist Church in Birmingham, Alabama. I move that the messengers of this convention amend Article 6 of the Baptist Faith and Message 2000 in keeping with its historical roots found in the Baptist Faith and Message 1925, adding the words elder and overseer alongside the use of the word pastor. The amended article would read, in such a congregation, each member is responsible and accountable to Christ as Lord. Its two scriptural offices are that of pastor/elder/overseer and deacon. While both men and women are gifted for service in the church, the office of pastor/elder/overseer is limited to men as qualified by Scripture.
Is there a second? It's been moved and seconded. Please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring it to the platform.
5B for a motion.
Microphone 5B. Would you please state your name, your church, and your motion?
David Norman, University Baptist Church in San Antonio, Texas. I move that the messengers of the 2023 annual meeting of the Southern Baptist Convention amend the business and financial plan of the Southern Baptist Convention in the following manner. Under the section Financial Report, point 2 shall be amended to read as follows. Printing of reports. The financial report of each entity and of the Executive Committee shall be printed in the Convention Book of Reports or the Convention Annual and shall contain the following 7 items, the first 5 of which come from its latest annual audit report. Further, under Financial Report, point 2, and between subpoint E and subpoint F, a new subpoint shall be added, reading as follows. A form providing financial information in such detail that meets or exceeds the reporting requirements of parts 7 through 11 of the 2022 edition of IRS Form 990 for tax-exempt nonprofit organizations.
Is there a second? There is a second. So please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring to the platform.
3B
Microphone 3B. Please state your name, your church, and your motion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. President. My name is Michael White from Hickox Baptist Church in Nahunta, Georgia. And I'd like to make the following motion to change the rules and/or bylaws to require any and all resolutions that are to be considered and/or voted on in an annual business meeting of the Southern Baptist Convention be made public to the messengers in writing and ready for dissemination in the wording to be presented in a singular report 12 days before the annual meeting for the sole purpose and primary purpose to educate and prepare all messengers for the said meeting.
Is there a second? Would you please give a copy of your motion to the page to bring to the platform?
3C for motion.
Microphone 3C. State your name, your church, and your motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm Todd Stinnett, pastor and messenger from Black Oak Heights Baptist Church in Knoxville, Tennessee, and all God's people said, "Go Vols."
Brother, I think you just lost that ballot.
I'm sorry. Moving right along, Mr. President, I'd like to exercise my right to call for a 2/3 vote on my resolution that was not recommended by the Resolutions Committee. Thus, I make a motion to recommend that deposed resolution number 22, resolution on women in pastoral ministry, on page 11 of the bulletin, be presented to the messengers for their consideration, debate, and vote.
So, is there a second? Okay.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yes, so thank you. Your motion's been made and seconded. If you give a copy of it to the page, and they'll bring it to the platform.
2B for motion.
Microphone 2B. State your name, your church, and your motion.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Michelle Leslie, and I'm a messenger from Woodlawn Baptist Church in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Mr. President, I move in light of the fact that the motion presented at the 2022 SBC annual meeting in Anaheim, California, titled "To Investigate Mistreatment of Abuse Victims at the Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary," was referred to Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary by Rule of Bylaw 26B, and since that entity is reporting back to the messengers at this annual meeting without having ever interviewed the victim or without examining her evidence, since even more evidence has recently been made public by the victim, and since Bylaw 26B requires matters dealing with internal operations of an entity to be automatically referred to the entity trustees unless the convention votes to override the rule. Therefore, I move that the messengers to the Southern Baptist Convention meeting June 13th through 14th, 2023 in New Orleans, Louisiana, suspend Bylaw 26B and direct the Committee on the Order of Business to arrange consideration of the following motion at a subsequent session of this convention: that the 2023 SBC Convention messengers direct the trustees of Southeastern Baptist Theological Seminary to, number 1, conduct an independent third-party full investigation into any allegations related to the alleged mishandling and subsequent publication of a private letter by Mrs. Jennifer Buck and the mistreatment of or failure to care well for the sex abuse victim in this matter, and that the investigation include actions and decisions employees, students, and members of the Board of Trustees of SEBTS from May 5th, 2018 to June 14th, 2023. And number 2, allocate as an expression of their commitment to transparency and the will of the messengers the necessary seminary funds to pay for this review unless some other funding mechanism related to sexual abuse is approved by the messengers to the 2023 annual meeting of the Southern Baptist Convention. And finally, number 3, request a written, unredacted report on the factual findings of this review, along with any actions taken by the Board of Trustees regarding those findings to be presented in the seminary's annual report to the 2024 annual meeting of the Southern Baptist Convention. Thank you.
Is there a second? Please give a copy of your motion to a page to bring to the platform. The time for the introduction of business has expired. You have another opportunity to introduce motions, but the time has expired for introducing motions at this point.